This file contains information and history on the Shobhad, one of 4 indigenous races to the planet Akiton, 4th planet in the Galarian system. This log will cover the physiology, history, society, and how they're viewed in the greater galaxy. For additional information about their home world to supplement this file, please refer to our entry on Akiton. Collectively called the Shobhad Ne, typical Shobhads stand 12 feet tall, weighing around 500 pounds, and able to see in the dark. The massive 4-armed Shobhad roam the icy dunes of Akiton as nomadic tribes and often seen as raiders. As a result of their rugged lifestyle and acclimation to extreme environments, the Shobhad Ne have a sort of natural resistance to the frigid conditions of Akiton, and their lives as warriors mean they can continue to fight through wounds that would kill most creatures, being able to press on in a fight when all seems lost. Thousands of years has changed much of Akiton, transforming it from a lively and vibrant planet to the dying desert world it is today. But the traditions of honor and martial prowess of the Shobhad remain largely unchanged. These wandering giants have been tested by the battlefield's unforgiving climate and thrive where other Akitonians simply survive. Thanks largely to their rejection of modern society, Akiton's economic collapse had little impact on the lifestyles of the Shobhad Ne. After Akiton's collapse, sparse numbers of Shobhad move into struggling cities and work as hired guns, guides, mercenaries, and hunters. However, with any contract a Shobhad makes, careful effort is made to ensure it adheres to their strict code of honor, and they refuse any work seen as menial. Each clan being largely independent and only meeting when their paths were crossed due to overlaying territories or during a clan moot, the exact dictates of Shobhad honor system can vary widely. Through investigating many clans, a few themes are common across seemingly all tribes. Prestige is gained through martial prowess. A Shobhad is expected to be strong enough to protect and provide for their clan. Lasting civilizations are frowned upon, as the comforts there strip their strength, so they say. Finally, and universally most important, one's word is their bond, and breaking one's word is a fate worse than death. The ancient Shobhad were split into many tribes, but the 2 most prevalent were those who kept their nomadic lifestyle upholding the virtues of combat, honor, and physical prowess, and the Shobhad clan of Witchweirds, who broke away from tradition to explore magic, forge lasting civilizations, and take to the stars. This schism caused countless bloody conflicts until the Witchweirds took to the greater galaxy, leaving the Shobhad traditionalists behind to their dying world. Witchweird ruins can still be found scattered around the planet, mostly around the Winterlands. For more information about our entry on the Witchweirds, check out our log here. Ka, a tremendous shield volcano and largest mountain on the Galarian system. This titanic volcano reaches 22 miles high and is visible from hundreds of miles away. Ka is a sacred site to the Shobhad Ne, and as such, one of the only places in Shobhad society guaranteed to be safe from hostility. Pilgrimage and the clan moots have been upheld for thousands of years. Shobhad chieftains still hold these clan moots to air grievances, forge alliances, and trade. Although Shobhad are not totally isolationist, they only allow the smallest of scientific installations and outposts to dwell on the mountain's lower slopes. Any attempts at permanent civilization closer to the mountain's summit are destroyed. The Test of the Mountain is a rite of passage where Shobhad wishing to test their zeal travel beyond where the volcano passes above Akiton's atmosphere. Shobhad who traveled into this region where the air is mercurial and return are said to gain the gift of prophecy. In part due to the clandestine nature of the Shobhad and difficulty of this endeavor, these claims of clairvoyance are difficult to verify and still call for study. Claims range from unknown beings bestowing magical reward for the completion of this harsh trial to brain damage suffered from a lack of oxygen and prolonged exposure to extreme altitudes. Before the gap, the Shobhad looked down on the humans Ysoki and other races of Akiton, believing these soft races gave up their martial prowess for technology, magic, and civilization, following the misguided examples of the Witchweirds. This boiling disdain for civilized races has simmered, and the Shobhad trade their services as mercenaries and guides on and off the Red Planet in exchange for weapons, armor, and goods of other more advanced species. The Shobhad Ne are a warrior culture, and almost always wear armor, carry weapons favoring long rifles and bladed weapons, with a traditional rope or leather weapon harness which hold trophies or pieces of status. When not donned in armor, they prefer practical clothing that protects them from the frigid climate of their frosty desert world. The rare Shobhad chieftain can be seen adorned in ceremonial robes of scarlet and gold, possibly still holding some connection to their splinter race. Over the past few decades, more Shobhad have trickled into Akiton's new cities or taken to the stars, finding work in mercenary companies and the like. However, the majority of Shobhad still cling to their traditional clans or live solitary lives in Akiton's harsh hills and canyons. Shobhad are typically neutral and tend towards lawful, placing the laws and traditions of their clan over those made by outsiders. While honor is an important aspect to the Shobhad Ne, they may not jump in to defend the weak unnecessarily, as an adult is expected to be strong enough to defend themselves, all things being even. This view of clan laws superseding that of outsiders, combined with their roaming nature, often put Shobhad in the role of bandits and raiders, sacking weaker civilizations. Shobhad society may seem rough and callous by most outsiders, as after they reach their species age of maturity, about 20 years, a Shobhad is expected to be able to protect themselves and their clan against even more experienced aggressors and the dangerous beasts that haunt the desert wilds. A Shobhad is taught to live off the land and fight during their pre-adolescence, and expected to learn from a young age that overt aggression is necessary for the survival on Akiton. And if you're not able to protect what's yours, you don't deserve it. Quick to shun the soft races of Akiton and the greater galaxy, the Shobhad Ne's views on the races who have given up combat and hunting for a more civilized society say they shame their ancestors and are condemned to a nondescript life and a forgettable death. Historically, Shobhad loathes the use of magic, believing reliance on this over physical aptitude also strips away one's strength. Shobhad abhor outsiders who casually adopt their way of life for themselves, and the half-hearted appropriation of their customs and culture in the face of a Shobhad often leads to violence. Their nomadic and traditionalist culture doesn't grant the Shobhad much in the way of technological innovation. While self-sufficient and able to manufacture their own goods, it's not uncommon for a Shobhad to trade their services in mercenary or guide work in exchange for the armor and weapons and passage on the ships of more advanced races. Their rough lifestyle and harsh conditioning mean they're always in demand for work as hired guns for corporate armies, private militaries, and mercenary groups across the Galarian system. The Shobhad who find work off Akiton rarely choose to return. This concludes our look at the Shobhad of Akiton. If you found this entry to be entertaining or informative, please continue to look through our other logs, or if the topic you're looking for isn't there, ask and I will do my best to research what I can find.